Hi folks. Well, these are my old uh, solar power batteries that I've had since before I came to the Philippines, and I've been here now for 5.5, 6 years almost. Um, and they crapped out. They're just old, and they don't really hold a charge anymore, which is a shame. But see, I want you to get an idea how big they are. There's my hand, and so you can get an idea of how big they are. And I bought another battery. My wife and I bought it, and it it cost with shipping. It cost about 4,500 pesos, 4,500 pesos, and that's about 90 U.S. dollars to get another battery, which is actually a pretty fair deal because I paid roughly $100 per battery for these four back in the U.S. I think I paid $87 plus shipping, so it wound up being about $100 each. So the new battery that I bought is, you know, is actually financially. I mean, the money is a good it's a good deal. But I have concerns about that battery, and I have questions, and I hope somebody can answer this question. So I thought I'd do a comparison of these batteries in the size. This is one I bought in the United States, and it's a 100 amp hour battery, and it's a gel battery, and we used this along with three others for 6 years, closer to 7 really, and they performed well. And then we got this humongous thing. I don't really get it. I'm really completely unsure as to why this one is so much smaller than this one. And this is about 1/3 the size of this other one here. So here's the new battery. And that battery is 3 times bigger than those others that I have. And you see by the size of my hand here that this thing is humongous. And it weighs a ton too. It weighs 3 times as much. So those other batteries probably weigh about, I don't know, 20 something pounds each. This thing weighs 60 pounds at least. This thing it's big and it's heavy. And I don't understand why, because those others are deep cycle 100 amp hour lead acid gel batteries. And that's also what this one is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a deep cycle 100 amp hour lead acid gel battery. And I've had it now for probably 4 or 5 days, and it seems to work okay. But you know, in that length of time, you can't really make a fair assessment. You know, batteries, you know, it takes, you got to own them for months at least before you really know anything about them. Seems to me anyway. You know, without a lot of fancy testing equipment, which even if I had that stuff, I don't really know how to use it. but so far it's all working, and it seems to be going pretty well. I can't do a lot with this that I used to be able to do when I had 4 100 amp hour batteries. Now I only have 1. But at least when it's a sunny day, I can run my laptop computer plus the Wi-Fi. I can do that. That's about the best I can do. And even that, the battery still drains when I'm doing that. And anyway, this is a Baoyang battery. So it's a Chinese battery, and that's all I can find out about it. It's a Baoyang battery, and there's no information that I can get anywhere online or that I've been able to get. I haven't seen any place that discusses this kind of battery anywhere. The only place I could maybe get some information is from the people that sold it to us, because I do want to get more batteries. I'd like to have 4, 5, or even more of these batteries, because the more you have, the more storage you have, the more you can do with it. Anyway, if anybody out there has any ideas about what the difference is between those kind of batteries, I hope they can let me know, because I don't know. And I've seen nothing online that gives me any kind of an answer. But they're both supposed to be the same type of battery, and yet one is 3 times bigger, physically 3 times bigger, but with no more capacity than one of those small ones. So I don't get it.